We started Stephen's Hope 13 years ago. It's hard to believe that Stephen would turn 15 in just a few weeks. But what's even more mind-boggling is the road we've traveled since his death. When I think back to the beginning, I can honestly say we started the charity for the wrong reasons. Or at least I did. Searching for a reason for what we had been through, not wanting Stephen to be forgotten, and desperate to have a reason to say his name every day. Back then, I had no idea where we were headed or the impact Stephen's short life would make. I don't know exactly when it happened, but somewhere along the journey, it became less and less about my precious son and more about the families we serve.
My name is Rochelle. This is my family. This is Jasmine, Angel, and Jamar. I found out about what was going on with Angel November 5th of 2014. It's been a battlefield all her life trying to find out what's going on. Nobody ever did a brain test on her. They had to rush her to LA at Sunset because they had to do an emergency surgery because the brain was overfilled with fluid. She have a shunt in her now to drain the fluid, and she have a brain tumor cancer that's in the bones. Financially, it's hard. I had to take out the payday loans, and I got 6 loans out right now.
I have one family who the mother would call me each time, weekly, before appointments because she couldn't afford the gas and her car was broken down. So through Stephen's Hope, she was able to get the gas cards and food cards, and she doesn't call me as often anymore. I haven't heard from her in months.
I heard about Stephen's Hope from Angel Social Worker at Kaiser, Sarah Michi. The first day when you came and I got the envelope, I was just relieved and overwhelmed. As soon as I got it, we went straight to the store and started buying food. And then the next day, I took the van and dropped the van off and got the van fixed.
Now Stephen's Hope is helping hundreds of families every year as they learn to cope with their heartbreaking reality that their child is sick and that illness affects the entire family. Our programs are designed to support the whole family. We made a decision not to be a one-and-done organization, leaving families when they might still need our support. We stay with some for years if they need us, while others may be gone and then back at a later time if their child relapses. This was the case for Sarah, a beautiful 6-month-old baby when we first met her, who stayed with her mother Cindy at her apartment after receiving a heart transplant. They lived too far from the hospital and needed to be close for the critical post-transplant care.
So it's been 7 years since I've been out here, with Stephen's Hope. And so Sarah has a really low immune system. This past year, it's been kind of hard for us too, because she's been sick, constantly.
Sarah, what has it been like for you being in the hospital?
It's been good, but it's hard for me to get so much needles.
It's okay, Mama. It's okay.
These kids and families go through so much. We can't change the diagnosis or take the pain away, but we can come alongside a family in physical, financial, emotional, and spiritual crisis and help to make them whole. We are truly grateful for the support of Stephen's Hope, but know that there are more families to help. None of what Stephen's Hope has done or will do in the future is possible without volunteer and financial support from the community. It's wonderful to see the ripples of impact each business and each person creates when they get involved with Stephen's Hope and the families of these beautiful children. We just need lots and lots of ripples.
The reason why I like Stephen's Hope so much is that I have been involved with a number of organizations, and I feel like they're God-honoring. And I feel like they get involved with these families, and not only do they provide the housing for them, they provide them gas cards, they provide them food cards, they give them support, they help them to get their clothes. I just think it's a great organization, and I decided this is the kind of people that I want to be around, and I want to help families that have kids that have issues. So many times nonprofits, they have great intentions, but they don't have a plan, and sometimes those nonprofits fail. Stevens Hope has a plan. They know where they're going. They have their vision. They want to make ripples. They want to get people involved, which is exactly what they need to do. The true blessings come when you get involved. So I met Gregory a couple of years ago, and we had a little bit of a bond. He's an Armenian guy, and so am I. And we started talking, and he started telling me that the challenges that him and his wife were having, and their family, and how Stevens Hope had helped them through these last couple of years. And to hear about what Stevens Hope was doing for him and the impact that it had on him and his family, and then to be able to talk with him a few times during the year to see how things were going, really touched my heart. I mean, I love getting involved with some of these families, and it's very rewarding.
I was recently asked, well, what aspect of your life has been affected by support from Stevens Hope? And I pretty quickly, as reflecting on that, that's not the question. The question is, what aspect of our life hasn't been impacted by our relationship and support from Stevens Hope?
In the last year, with the help from Stevens Hope, it's been a lot easier. Like, it's been a lot more free than it had been for a while, I think, financially. And then emotionally, I know they've been a lot less stressed lately, and the family has just been a little more at ease with things.
I love your vision. Tony and Sandy and Stevens Hope, I love the vision that you hold in not only supporting the child through whatever they've been through and supporting the family to take care of the child, but in supporting the family to take care of themselves. As a parent of someone who needs a good bit of care, it's easy to give and to get support in giving when I've kind of run dry, but I don't really consider thinking bigger in terms of supporting myself and the rest of the family into coming into a greater ease and balance and I want to say normalcy, but you know, whose life is normal? But just in your vision is to help make a family whole and to raise them up. I love that.